Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. I wanted y'all to listen carefully to some of the things I'm going to show y'all, especially what Hunter says. If y'all remember, we were told that Hunter went to the kitchen, got a knife, he went upstairs. His girlfriend Emily, DM, BF, and Jody were following him to Xana's room, and then he said, "Get out, get out, get out." But now Hunter Chapin says that Hunter Johnson came to the Sigma Chi fraternity, woke him up, and he said, Ethan and Xana were murdered, unalived. Weren't we told that Hunter said that Xana was unconscious? He saw someone unconscious and he told them to get out. And you'll hear MAISEY Chapin saying that Ethan texted her the last text and he said, "Dog, come and chill. He said, come and hang with us. We all miss you." We know that all is a group. You're talking about collective people. It's not one or two people. So who were the all who were chilling with Ethan and Xana before they got murdered? How did Hunter know that the students were the victims, his best friends, were murdered? How could he have known that before he went there? Because he went and told Hunter Chapin that Ethan and Xana were murdered. Now, those are big things. What are these people actually covering up? The students made their own timelines. And today I want to show you that it was always Xana and Ethan's timeline that the police did not know from the very beginning. Neither did the FBI when they came into this case on the 17th of November, 5 days later. The Inside Edition told us the Sigma Chi fraternity was under a microscope, and the 4chan theory seems to hit the nail. It is unbelievable that Hunter Chapin said that. Number one, it sounded so emotionless for Hunter Johnson to be coming and telling someone, your brother and his girlfriend, your best friends, are murdered. Go tell 911, call 911. There are professionals who can go and do the jobs, and that kind of job needs a psychologist, a therapist. This is about bereavement. You don't shock people with such things. I don't know why Koberger took the plea deal. He did sign it. He did say that he unalived the 4 students, but it's more to him taking the plea deal than we believe. That's the reason we can't give up, because we know things are coming out from the Chapin's mouths. Things are coming out from Hunter and Emily's mouths. Ambulances. So if the ambulances came there, the bodies were removed before the coroner even appeared. And the coroner said she was there between 5 to 5:30. This young man, Hunter Johnson, was roaming around with DNA, hair, anything, body fluids, anything could have been on him. And then he ended up going to the Sigma Chi fraternity, the ones who were under the microscope, under investigation, to start with. Make it make sense. Ethan sent the last text to his sister. We never knew about that before. That's the reason I'm talking about it. So this is the first time we're getting something about Ethan. We got the picture that he was with his sister's sorority sister, and his brother, Hunter Chapin. We saw them 4 taking that beautiful picture together. But nobody's seen any pictures of Ethan or Zana. Ethan and Zana, but what is interesting is that Jeff Canodal, Zana's father, always told us. He told the Arizona News, and I showed you. He said Zana was chilling at home. She called him at midnight. So I believe whoever they were chilling with attacked them. That could have been the Banfield boys, the Sigma fraternity, because they had brewing beef there. Pay attention to what Hunter Chapin said about his brother Ethan. He said we did everything together. We used to chill with each other. So Hunter Chapin was sleeping when Hunter came and told him. I understand that. I know they lost a triplet. But what doesn't make sense is why would Hunter Johnson say that your brother is murdered? And Zana. That means Hunter Johnson, oh my God, knew from the beginning. I've never trusted Hunter Johnson personally. Neither the surviving roommates. I never thought the cover-up is coming from law enforcement. It's the students who lied from the very beginning and made up their own timelines. And I can understand Hunter Chapin and MAISEY. We never know. The parents could have been under threats. It's like I see so many YouTube creators giving Steve Gonsalves a hard time. But I've been in this case from the very beginning, and I tried to avoid talking about the parents. These are grieving people. But the suspects that I'm pointing out, in my opinion, it's obvious. They're doing things on camera. So unless people are telling me to ignore that and be blind, which I can't, because that's not the correct justice. But it's important that MAISEY says that the last text she got from her brother that night is he said, "Dog, come over. We miss you. We all miss you." That's important. Who's all? Was Hunter and Emily chilling with them that night? Because I'm going to make y'all a clip showing y'all exactly all the times Hunter, Johnson and his girlfriend Emily were chilling in that house. All the noise complaints, they opened the door. Hunter looked like he was crashing out in the spare room, Ashton Couch's room. Ashton Couch is very good friends with Demetrius. She said she speaks to him three times a day. Imagine. And then you have Emma Bailey. She said, I speak to once a week. Or once a day, sorry. She spoke to Demetrius 3 times a day. So obviously, you wouldn't be calling a friend so many times, especially though, let's not forget, social media, these kids call each other from Snapchat and all. Why would you be calling on a regular phone 3 times a day? And we know what Emma Bailey is about. And Demetrius, they had a case pending on them because of OD of Caden Young, which is interesting. Caden Young, may rest in peace, his former fraternity was Alpha Kappa Lambda. He was the president there. Zana used to chill there. I showed you pictures of Zana with the AKA flag, Alpha Kappa Lambda. Those were the Banfield boys. And their president became Nick Green, Scott Green's son, the president. It sounds complex. No wonder they say this case is complex. Everyone knows each other here. So when I come back to the parents, I never speak about the families because I remember hearing the sex messages that we saw. Steve was under threat by allegedly DM and Showalter's family. They pulled up into his house or near his house. So there was a lot of rumors. We don't know if there were rumors, speculation, or truth in it, but it makes sense. And I'm sure the Chapins were warned. And the Chapins have seen how the Sigma Chi boys, what they've done allegedly to Ethan. So why would they risk their other 2 children? Let's think about that for a minute. Things are actually coming out in this interview, and oh my God, the more I listen to it, besides, before I was sure busy and focused at that, none of them were showing emotions. Not that much like the father. People have different ways of showing emotions, although it goes 10 years from now. You lost your brother, your loved one, in the most horrific manner. Especially Hunter and Emily's interview did not make sense at all. So remember, these brothers did everything. These triplets did everything together. But for some reason, and especially don't forget, the Vandals were playing that night. That's the night they all would come together. The Sigma Chi boys were running in and out. We saw the figures running towards the Sigma Chi. We can't gavantly say that it was the Sigma Chi boys, but we saw the direction they were running to. 4chan told us it can't be so many coincidences. People were sending Venmos. Jeff K is from the Sigma Chi. And his sister is from the sororities. There was something going on. Saeed was paying Venmos. He's from Alpha Kappa Lambda. It's these two fraternities that were involved, in my opinion.
Jim and Stacy now telling their story in a new Prime Video docuseries, One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, remembering their 6'4", larger-than-life brother and son.
We played every sport together. Every time we went in the car, it was together. Partied together. There was never a dull moment.
The night before Ethan was killed, MAISEY brought him to her sorority formal. She now cherishes the text he sent her before bed.
So he started off by texting me. I think he said, "Dog, come hang out. We all want you here." And I said, "I'm going to bed." And then he said, "Love you." And I didn't even respond to that. I think I was asleep by then.
Who is all? We all miss you. Dog, come and hang around with us. We all miss you. Who is all? Who was Ethan and Xana chilling with? Who were they chilling with? Hunter? Emily? Jody? Who are they chilling with? And if they were chilling, then let's think. Jeff Canodal was right. He spoke to his daughter at midnight and they were chilling. So if they all were chilling, what went wrong? Did a fight occur? Was somebody hiding in the house? Why are they blaming it on BK? Was BK really involved? Question mark. We all miss you. And Hunter Johnson goes to Hunter Chapin with all kind of DNAs he's carrying from a crime scene and says that Xana and Ethan were murdered last night. How did he know that? I thought he saw someone unconscious. Both of the things are something to think about. Who is we all miss you? MAISEY said Ethan, her brother, may rest in peace, said that he loves her. Wasn't that a normal thing to tell each other as triplets and as siblings? So maybe he was sending you a code. He was trying to tell you to help him. Why would the reporter mention that? It seemed to be important.
"Dog, come hang out. We all want you here." And I said, "I'm going to bed." And then he said, "Love you." And I didn't even respond to that. I think I was asleep by then.
And the "I love you" kind of stood out, though.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Hunter, who pledged Sigma Chi with Ethan, says the next morning a friend at the fraternity woke him up saying the police were at Xana's house.
Hunter Johnson came up to me and said, I was like, "Where's Ethan and Xana?" And he's like, "They're not here anymore." So like, "What do you mean they're not here anymore?" He's like, "I think they were murdered last night."
Hunter was forced to call his family with the news, in disbelief.
That drives me crazy.
Hunter Johnson told Hunter Chapin he woke him up at the Sigma Chi. He went to him, physically woke him up, and Hunter Chapin asked, "Where's Ethan and Zana?" What a question. Why is that the first thing you expect to see, Hunter Chapin? And then he said, Ethan and Zana have been murdered. They're not coming. They've been murdered. I think so. How would he think that they're murdered? He was the one who entered the crime scene with a knife. So he knew they were murdered. And they said, Hunter said, and Hunter Johnson said, and so did Jody, that as soon as we walked into 1122 King Road, we knew something was wrong. Obviously, the smell of blood. Are these people joking? Guys, let me know what you'll think. 2 a.m. is the hardest time for our family. Let's not forget that. 2 a.m. is the hardest time for our family. Stacy Chapin, his words were deep. That means these two triplets called her at 2 a.m. obviously and said, "Mom, Dad, Ethan was unalived," because they knew about it. I don't think they would wait till 8 in the morning to tell their mother and father about it, because the mother said 2 a.m. is the hardest time for our family. Nothing makes sense in this case. We all miss you. It was the last text to Maisie from Ethan. May he rest in peace. We all, come hang with us. We all miss with you. So let's come back and summarize this. What was happening? They were gathered. There was a gathering. Zana told her father too that she was gathering. She was chilling at home. They all were gathering together, chilling. I'm sure we all is a group of people. The surviving roommates are home because they were at home from after 1 a.m. So maybe this is what happened at 2 a.m. The Banfield boys looked all injured. Their clothes looked either too big or too small. We have the 4 figures running. Like I always said, in my opinion, it was the fraternities, Alpha, Kappa, Lambda, allegedly running at the Banfield. Inside the Banfield, the police didn't even stop them, didn't even search them. They all were packed. They all looked rough. One, his head was like a tennis ball. I've shown it so many times. This is literally horrific that they're leaving the case. Even give Koberger the plea deal. But what about the real drillers who are out there? What about your young innocent students? Will there be more victims? Would we ever know? How much has been hidden, allegedly? Why were they just deleting this case? Why all of a sudden a plea deal? Why so many coincidences happening around? All legit questions to ask, to be answered. Because Hunter Johnson knew that they were murdered. Murdered. Apologize. According to Hunter Chapin. And for very few people tell me, why are you continuing this case? It's not done up to the 23rd of July. And I have many questions. I'm not letting go like that. Just because we have been given I won't say truth, just because we've been told the Koberger took a plea deal, I still have unanswered questions. I don't give any care about Koberger. My care is about the real drillers roaming around, all packed, all the fraternities getting away with this nasty behaviors, costing people their young lives. Kaylee, Maddie, Zana, and Ethan, may they rest in peace, is 4 beautiful people we should learn from. so that we don't have to mourn any more students. Too much hazing, especially in Pullman, Washington University, Idaho Moscow University. Too much bullying, too much coincidence, accident deaths like Hannah Clay, OD'd of a non-prescription medication, allegedly. Then we have Hudson Lindo, another accident. Poor boy, 19 years old, found in the creek. We had the incident on 12th of September 2022 when a young man dressed in all black was running around with a knife in front of Paradise Road. Paradise Creek is where Hudson Lindo was found, not far away from there. The vandals alarm alert was put out, but yet again, nothing was mentioned about that. What I'm trying to say is there's many cases in these two universities, and I hope they start getting strict. Or this will cost many other students their lives, and many other parents, families to be victims of their beautiful loved ones. As parents, we need to be alert, follow our communities, follow what's going on. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Bye.